Today I'm going to sit down and speak about Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That's Matthew 27 verse 46. My God, why have you forsaken me? A lot of people take that and look at it like he's asking God, like God had left him, like the Father, the Heavenly Father, the one true God has left him, and it didn't mean that. So before I get into that, real quick, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which is Hebrew. Eli, Eli, my God, lama sabachthani, lama sabachthani is why have you forsaken me? So Eli, Eli is my God. Now, before I get into that, I'm speaking from my experience. Growing up, I would have friends and family members of friends and family members themselves. Everybody would always walk around with the Psalms Bible. We always knew where in Psalms to look for a certain situation. For those who've ever read like the 48 laws of power and all that other stuff, you know, that's just actions and stuff. When people read the book on how people handled actions and all this other stuff, Psalms to the Hebrews was like that. So when you catch a lot of people that have this little Psalms Bible in their desk, in their workplace, or in their car, or they walk around in their pocket, especially when they get in trouble, black people are really good for this. They walk around it in their pocket, they always have it with them if they're doing good or bad, and all this other stuff. Why? That's embedded in them. It's embedded in everybody. For those who, if you wonder, damn, I'm always walking around with Psalms. Psalms was the thing back then. It wasn't like how people keep the Bible in their house, in the New Testament, or the Old Testament, or the Torah. Psalms in the laws of Moses, that's what it is. The law of Moses was just the way of life and your spiritual laws and your worldly laws. But the Psalms was basically like with the book of Moses also. I'm not writing that out. But, you know, Psalms was the thing that the disciples and the prophets would always throw Psalms out there. Yeshua, Jesus Christ, always threw Psalms out there. So a lot of this stuff that we do in life, we don't understand why we do it and where we get it from. But that's what they did back then also. All right. And with that being said, when he said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, you know, everybody that knew about Psalms, that either had in their house, that learned it, that lived it, and talked about it, they knew what he was quoting, what he was saying. To us, we don't know because a lot of us don't read and pay attention to what we do read. But what he quoted was Psalms. What he talked about a lot was Psalms. That's why he made that comparison about Solomon. All right, but nobody caught that either. So where do we find this quote that he said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani? We find it in Psalms 22 verse 1. All right? So it states right here, it says, my God, why have you abandoned me? All right, so let's break this down in Hebrew. My God, Eli, Eli, why have you abandoned me? Lama sabachthani. Okay? Now, if we flip it out of the Tanakh, official Hebrew, all right? Now, if we flip it, because we read from right to left in this, we will see in Psalms chapter 22, verse 18. By him saying this, everybody would have caught on, and they would have said, oh my gosh, it's happening. This guy was the Messiah in prophecy. That's why everybody flipped out right after they really started realizing that he was. All right? And this is the other reason why. By him quoting that one little Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, my God, why have you forsaken me or abandoned me? All right? It actually goes down to, dogs surround me, a pack of evil ones closest in on me. Dogs were like Gentiles. That's what they called the Gentiles back then, dogs. All right, no offense or anything like that. All right, because we already know what the New Testament says. So dogs surround me, a pack of evil ones close in on me, like lions. They maul my hands and my feet. I take the count of all my bones. I take the count of all of my bones, meaning not one was broken, while they look on and gloat. They divide my clothes among themselves, casting lots for my garments. That is Psalms 17 through 19, chapter 22. Chapter 22, verse 17 through 19. And I'm going to read it all again. All right? He looked up in the sky and he said, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. By him saying that, everybody flipped out, tried to envision this, looked at each other because they knew Psalms. Psalms was like the laws, the ways, and all this other stuff. Solomon put that righteousness in there. All right, so they knew the whole story behind that one little verse. So they're like, dogs surround me, da 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 da. So when they look, bam, all Romans, everybody was around, surrounding them. All right, he took count of his bones. Why? Because back then they broke bones and did all this other stuff, but they just pierced them. Then it goes on and say they cast lots with my garments. Bingo. That's even in the New Testament, but nobody compared it to the Old. So now you got your Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, my God, why have you forsaken me? All right. It was a clue to let them know. We already supposed to know. A lot of us walk around with Psalms and we pick out the things that are going to fashion to our liking when we feel some kind of way or going through something. Read the whole thing and try to apply to it, and then go back to the New Testament, and then you'll start seeing a little bit clearer.